Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got another Clan Wars battle here. It's on the Abbey map and it's FIDDY clan versus Saints. Now we're holding the province and therefore defending. So the win condition is that the attacking team has to either kill all of the defending team or capture the base. So from the defender's position, you basically have to keep at least one tank alive and defend the cap, or kill all the enemy, but there's no need for the defending team to cap the enemy base, so gives the defenders a bit of a advantage in that they can set up to basically block, and some teams will camp and some teams will actually attack as a form of defense, but we'll show how we've defended this province. Now we're following Fury in his chieftain, but we're going to zoom out now and show you the disposition of our forces. But as you can see, fog of war applies, so there's no information about the enemy team, either where they are until they're spotted and what sort of tanks they're using. So you can see we've got some 277s as fast tanks on the one line, and we've got chieftains and a 279E on the top here on the two line, which is based on having strong turrets for hull down shooting, and the 279 in particular, shooting from below makes the upper front plate, which has got some weaknesses in it, but makes it almost impervious. So very strong tank type to have on this area. Now Fury got lit there and marked what he thought was happening, sent the Centurion, the chieftain there, sorry, the tree is playing up to see if that was a medium tank or a light tank in the Abbey, so he's just trying to proxy spot, but he did get hit and lit as well. So the reason he got shot, and probably shot from a tank destroyer on the sort of B5 area. Now tank has been spotted, that would have been by our medium tanks there in the middle, and already put some damage into the 279E. And again, that's most likely the chieftain at the Abbey there, just shooting across, and however he's now taking some damage, and you can see he's lit the 140, so that 140 was the thing that would have lit the tanks on the two line. Fury puts in a blind shot there to try and damage him. A bit hard to tell if that took place, but tree taking a bit of damage there. And you can see there's two 279Es, and they have some 277s who've tried to go down the bottom. They've spotted our 277s, and they probably know anyway from the 140 spotting that we've got some chieftains on the top here. So they're probably a bit reluctant to push across at this point. Now we'll just speed up the replay at this point. It'll be obviously during the battle. You don't want to push too early. So we've lost one of our 907s in the middle there. Now killed by a 277 up on the top, so they're in a bit of a vulnerable position there, but it looks like Kurge hasn't been spotted either by the 140 in the middle or whatever. So they're trying to deal with that 140 and take him down, and now they've spotted an object 268 V4 on there, so now that's been put there most likely to take advantage of the spotting of the 140 and shoot into these tanks on the two line. Now they've got another chieftain down the bottom going through the city, so we know there's a 90 there and a chieftain and a 140 in the Abbey itself. So we've got an idea now of the forces. We haven't seen all of their tanks. If you look at the count on the enemy side, it looks like we've only seen about 10 of their tanks, just a rough count. And Kurgil's moved into another position, but has taken a hit there from 279E, who's gone dark, so probably Kurge has gone dark, and you can see some blind firing going on behind where he is now. They're just blind firing the bushes down there. And some instructions been given to the team, but again, as the defending team, not really keen on pushing. Now we've lost two tanks, unfortunate, but that's sort of a result of the positioning of both teams. and we're just waiting for their push, and looks like they're starting here. So we'll just go back down to normal time so we don't give you a false impression of the progress. And you can see they're starting to do some damage. Now, don't be fooled by the damage totals. We haven't seen all their vehicles, so we don't know their total hit points. So we don't actually have an 8,000 hit point advantage, particularly given that we've lost 2 tanks. So until they're all spotted, we won't really know. Still a bit of cat and mouse going on here. That chieftain in the middle is pushing down, trying to, obviously they like Kurgil. And Kurgil's lighting him up, or at least, yeah, most likely Kurgil is lighting him up to have a super conk on the base, doing base defense, and it looks like we've pulled back, or we've kept back one of our 277s. Alright, now they're making a push down the 8 line at the same time. So it's one thing we know now. We've probably got an overmatch here on this side. So the 277s are pushing around. They'll start shooting the back of the enemy teams. And we'll start taking advantage of these things. We might just zoom down and get a view, a bit more of a close-up view, just at the local competition. Obviously the key idea is to focus fire and take out the lowest hit point tanks first, get rid of their guns. Fury taking a hit on his tracks there, which is fortunate, not taking any damage. And starting to push through the tanks here and clean them up. So we've already killed 5 of their tanks in this encounter. Currently got a 5 tank lead, but the game is not over yet. Now they've pushed the tanks that came down the 8-9 line, now on cap, or in that area. They're not capping yet, which is good, but they've pushed right up, and our super conk is getting challenged here. That's Dries there, but he's showing a good fight at the moment. And the 268 V4 down there, they've finally been taken out. But we are losing some tanks as well, so we think we've seen all their tanks now. Those were the missing ones that were being positioned up on the 8-9 line. And now we've got a 140 covering the base at E5, T110 E5 at the back, and another 140 at the back of the base area. And they want to take out this chieftain down the bottom. But V4 is still up there. That wasn't the one that came down and got killed. So, but managing to put some damage into him. So chieftain in the middle's been destroyed. Got a 3 tank advantage now, so pushing up tanks here to take out the 2 tanks at the back there. There's still a 140 missing, probably still in the Abbey area and maybe trying to snipe down, but hasn't been spotted. And we've got these 3 tanks here. Actually, we've got them both counted, yeah, so sorry, my mistake. We had 2 140s, that one in the to the left of the cap area. So they'll try and get rid of him first. He's putting our tanks into a crossfire and allow them to shoot back at the tanks in the at the back of the thing, and finally they get rid of him. So that's an important win there. PR heading off to perhaps circle round. We'll push on that 268 V4 by itself and cut him off. Yeah, that'd be right. And now we've got 5 tanks now. You can see a lot of them fairly damaged. There we go. PR's found that 268 V4 and he is one-shottable. So hopefully that transaction can take place. They get rid of the 140. Now there's really just the 2 tanks left. Sorry, we're stuck with Fury at the moment, so we'll just have to zoom out to show you the traffic. But here we've basically got overwhelming advantage now. Certainly a major advantage in hit points. About to get rid of E5 and he's gone. And looks like the object 268 V4 has actually done a runner to get away from PR. So everyone heading down the 8-9 line now to try and find him. Again, there's no real need from a win perspective. Oh, there you go, they've spotted him there. Just need to climb up on the top here and to be able to shoot down at him, or they'll just push in. So probably going to lose a tank or two. You can see Rudy there on 60 hit points. So he's just going to hang back. Sandwich has got 697, so he'll survive a hit from the 268 V4. And okay, he's backing down to the water. So two things you can do here. I just ignore him until the end of the game, or if you want to finish early, cap out or kill him. So looks like they've dropped down to put some shots in, and they get the kill. Buddy Pal in his 279E. So that is the end of the game, and successful defense of the province. Right, so a victory there for the defense. We're just going to show you the panels just to give you an idea of the team. So let's switch to that. So yeah, we had 3 tanks doing over 4K and one doing 3.6, and actually, yeah, a few doing 3K. So pretty good performance there from the team. And then on the enemy side, the D5 that survived at the end, close to the end, it did nearly 5K, and the 279 doing 4K and one doing 3K. So some good performance from the enemy team. They really put up a good fight. So thanks, Saints, for the battle. And a quick view of the costs, ending up with just a small loss there with some clan boosters going on. So, but overall, good result for the team and a successful defense. So hopefully you gain something from this. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We'll have more great content for you later in the week, and thanks for watching.